I'm Eamon Murphy, local reporter here at the Oval in Belfast, ahead of the Irish Cup final between Coleraine and the Welders, with the winners here tonight guaranteeing themselves European football next season. We're joined now by Welders manager Aussie Villain. And Aussie, what can you tell us about your team news this evening? Yeah, I mean, Napoleon and 10 other Welders, that's basically all that matters, right? We're going to go with McDade and Cogbo up top today. Lions gets a nod ahead of Hull down the right. And well, hopefully this team's going to be good enough to get the result today, because if we don't get that European money next season, we're Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 8, Episode 13 here at H&W Welders on The Impossible Dream. And today we are hopefully going to win the Irish Cup and get ourselves into European football next season. We're also going to have, of course, our end of season awards to find out who you were voted for as your Viewers Player of the Year. And we'll also have our Goal of the Season competition as well. So a lot to look forward to. But this is obviously what it's all about here, isn't it? It's a cup final and that's always exciting. And we are playing Coleraine. Now, before we get to that, we do need to catch up on the end of the Premiership season. Obviously, the fact that we didn't come back for the last game against Linfield tells you something. Let's see exactly what it does tell you, though. We'll start the catch-up. There's 4 games we had left in the season, of course. The first one was against Carrick Rangers, so let's see how that went. Nicholson opened the scoring with his first Welders goal, but Carrick Rangers were level at half-time. Curtis Coyle restored our lead just after the break, before Diora sealed the points late on. So there we go, we're joined by Ellie, who hasn't joined us for a little while, but she's up there. It was a game that we were the better team in, kind of. We did struggle to break them down from open play. We obviously relied on set pieces, as you've seen there. And, well, we got 3 points, and that is ultimately the main thing. Even if it wasn't the most convincing performance, the scoreline looked good. And, well, that's all we really care about, isn't it? Next up, it was a game against Larne. Now, if we were any chance of catching Linfield, we had to win this game. Let's see if we could do that. We went in front early thanks to Ray Fitzpatrick. And Napoleon sealed the win just after half-time. So there we go, a relatively comfortable win in the end. Away from home to league champions Larne. They did go on to seal that. We'll sort of confirm that in just a second. Yeah, and as I said, it was relatively comfortable. But unfortunately for us, while we were doing this, Linfield went and beat Glentoran. And that means with 2 games left, it was a 6-point gap. They had a goal difference that was about 12 to 15 better than ours. And unfortunately for us, even though we did beat Larne, it proved to not quite be enough. So there was 2 games left in the season. The next one was a bit of a preview, actually, for the cup final. It was against Coleraine. So let's see how that went. We fell behind early. McDade drew us level in the 78th minute. And Cogbo crossed for Simpson to complete the comeback. So we dominated this game without scoring. We started with wingers. We did end up switching to go to 2 up top, and we were much, much better when we did that. So that is how we're going to be starting the final. So at least, hopefully anyway, we've learned something from this, and the final will not be as nervy as a 2-1 win where we're behind to the 78th minute. But yeah, we'll wait and see on that one. Final game of the season was, of course, the game against Linfield. There was nothing really riding on it for us, except for pride, perhaps. So let's see how we finished off the season. So no goals in this one, but a relatively good performance from us, if I don't say so myself. We held them pretty well. You can see their XG was under 1, and as I said, we didn't deserve much more than this, though. I wouldn't accuse us of deserving to win the game. O'Hare obviously didn't play number 10. He was dropped back in there for us. But, yeah, generally speaking, a good point away from home against Linfield, and that is a nice positive way to end the league campaign. So, quick look at how things ended up here. If we just go and have a look at the league table, Larne ended up walking the league. Now, I said at the start of the season I wanted to be a comfortable third, and we've done that. We are 20 points ahead of Glentoran in the end, so we've very much got ourselves into sort of best of the rest. Only 3 points back of Linfield, though, and that fills me with a little bit of confidence for next season that maybe we appear anyway to be able to beat Larne. Linfield, we're getting some points off of them. I'm hopeful that next season we might even be able to push into that top 2. Who knows, even maybe launch a title bid, but If we could get top 2, then we don't have to worry about European football, and these cup finals won't be a sort of an everything event for us, where if we do lose the game, we have to go through a playoff. Now, of course, there is a chance we lose this game and we do have to go through a playoff, and that would mean, of course, no end-of-season awards today. But we're expecting a 4-4-2 from Coleraine here, and this is the team we're sending out. Taylor in goal, Edgar, Williams, and Sobowale is the back 3. Lyons down the right, McCulloch down the left, McQuaid and Cundell in midfield. Now, both of them, their recent form, if we have a look here, is not great. 6-6 for Cundell, 6-5 for McQuaid. They need to up their games today if they can for us. It's going to be Napoleon in behind Cargbo and McDade. A bench of Connolly, the backup goalkeeper, Moran, Hall, O'Hare, King, Fitzpatrick, and Mr. X-Ray Vision, Sean Simpson. Let's get out there. Okay, so we can see the lineups. There are Paul Dunlop, coach side. I don't recognize any names in their lineup that we used to have. What do I say to this? Do we expect to go out there, lead them as to no doubt why. We've been on a good run lately, impressed me. Let's maybe go with that with a fist pumping. We'll point our fingers and say that we have faith in them to make the difference and get out there. Because I think we deserve this, don't we? I think we've been easily good enough for Europe this season, in terms of the rest of the league, and hopefully we'll do ourselves justice. It's one of these, if we play well, we should beat them. The only thing we've got to worry about is a little bit of complacency. But it shouldn't be a problem. Surely it shouldn't be a problem. It's a cup final. Why would we be complacent? All right. Let's see if we can get a nice early goal and settle the manager's nerves here. We've got an early highlight. Come on. Napoleon wins it back nicely. Napoleon early ball forward for Cargbo. Cargbo's in. Cargbo! Can't find the back of the net. The goalkeeper makes the save. But that's a promising start 2 minutes in, isn't it? Napoleon now from the corner. Decent. Again, it's Cargbo. And again, the goalkeeper makes the save. Gets it forward quickly. There's no one there. Now, this is Napoleon range. Come on, mate. Come on. Oh, he's so good. He is so good. Our 15th goal of the season for Napoleon. And, well, I mean, you run out of words for him, don't you? An absolute legend. Absolute legend. Don't call him a kangaroo shagger in the tunnel. He'll do that to you. Wonderful stuff from Napoleon. We're 1-0 up in the final. Our big Aussie has shown up on the big occasion. And let's hope we can go on with this now. A very, very good start for us. And maybe that will just knock the stuffing out of Coleraine a little bit as well, which will always be a nice bonus. Let's demand more. That's frustrated them. Should just keep my mouth shut sometimes, shouldn't I? Come on, boys. If we can get a second before half-time, that would be a wonderful thing. I mean, everything's going relatively well. Maybe a quick praise before half-time. And well, after a very, very action-packed opening few minutes, absolutely nothing. So, make sure... what do we want to say to this? Don't get complacent, really. It's got to be that, doesn't it? Not thrash arms. Point finger. Don't get complacent. Pump our fists. Have faith in your boys. And let's get out there. Anybody not playing well? McCulloch's not having the greatest game. McQuaid again. His form has just gone away from him the end of the season here. Now, one thing we could do is bring Simpson on and drop Napoleon back a little bit deeper into midfield. When I've done that with him, I mean, he doesn't look out of place there. We've got another highlight. Can we get this second goal? McQuaid. It's there for Napoleon. Good ball for McDade. He turns his defender. He's hit the inside of the post. Goalkeeper gets it forward quickly. Williams is there for that, though, and that ends the highlight. So unlucky for McDade, wasn't it? Come on, boys. Let's give them some more praise. They're looking pleased. And, I mean, there's not been much happening. It makes you wonder exactly how they're approaching this. Surely they're going to have to come at us at some point. And, well, we're into essentially stoppage time. So let's go and close this thing down. We've got O'Hare on the bench for just such an occasion. We'll take McQuaid off. We'll drop Napoleon back. If you just go in there as a ball winner for me, please. We'll go ultra defensive. We'll close this thing down. And hope that one goal's enough. It's one of these again, isn't it? We haven't particularly looked great. We haven't broken them down from open play, apart from McDade hitting the inside of the post. But is it going to be enough? I think it is. There we go. We're European football bound again. That is so, so important for the finances. I do love how much bigger Cargbo is than everybody. And look at that. Who is that? Absolute midget. And Cargbo behind him. It looks like father and son, doesn't it? But here we go. A wonderful, wonderful occasion. So McQuaid's the little guy. He's club captain. He's going to raise it up. And there it is. The stream has come down for the second time this season. That's a cup shield double, let's say. But very, very good indeed. So there we go. It would have been a shame to beat Lance 6-0 and not go on and win it, wouldn't it? But congratulations, boys. Enjoy that. And, well, we're back in Europe. So a third-minute Napoleon goal gets the job done for us. We celebrate the double. Look at that. That's 2 cups now in 3 years, which is nice as well. Little bit of money in the bank. Of course, it's nowhere near enough to stop us from going bankrupt the way things go. Look at that, though, Napoleon. 7 key passes as well. A free kick from the heavens. And just a wonderful, wonderful time to be alive. Guys, that is that. Wait right there, though. We'll be back for our end-of-season awards. And we'll find out who you guys have voted as your Viewers Player of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the H&W Welders End-of-Season Awards! Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, and welcome to the H&W Welders End-of-Season Awards. It's been a great season this season, hasn't it? Europe was obviously a massive disappointment all the way back at the start of the season. But since then, 2 trophies, and, well, we ran those top 2 a lot closer than we have previously. So I think the boys have done fantastic this season. I think the only way to really thank them is to begin the evening by giving them a nice hearty Welders round of applause. Well done, boys. You outdid yourselves domestically. You've got to get it done in Europe now. So the first award this evening is the Golden Pen, awarded to this season's signing of the year. And, well, we had 2 signings, I think, that were sensational this season. And unfortunately, only one of them can win it. So, signing on a free transfer, the Golden Pen goes to Gareth Wilson. Look, Napoleon, mate, I know you're upset, but the guy's got a broken leg. Please don't trip him over. Alright, so the next award is the Golden Card, awarded to the player with the worst discipline this season. And well, we actually had a 3-way tie for the award this year, but from less appearances, with 7 yellows, he came through our academy. The winner is Mikey Bain. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player with the best pass completion. And this guy just seems to win this award every single season, with a pass completion of 89% this year. The quiet achiever of the midfield, it's Luke Cundell. Next up, it's the Golden Spoon, awarded to the man who feeds the strikers, the player with the most assists. And, well, we scored a lot of goals this year. We had a lot of assists. I wasn't sure that this guy got as many as this, but it was a club record, 16 assists. And the winner of the Golden Spoon is Sean Simpson. The next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded to the player that we can rely on, the man with the highest average match rating. And this guy, well, he's going to feel a little bit hard done by not to have got an award already this evening. Probably 2 with the count assists as well. But this is his, with an average match rating of 7.60. Get up here, mate. It's Napoleon. The next award comes from the medical department. It is the Golden Cross for this season's most injured player. And, well, this guy showed dedication to the award. He only went and broke his ankle. With 32% of the season missed and 100% of the off-season missed too. That really's got to suck. Enjoy your summer in crutches. The winner is, of course, Gareth Wilson. The next award is the Golden Soother, awarded to the baby of the team, this season's best young player. And I'll be honest, not sure this guy should be qualifying as best young player, but Cargbo got it well into his 20s. Why shouldn't everybody else? So the Golden Soother this season for best young player goes to Napoleon. The next award is the Golden Boot, awarded, of course, to this season's top goal scorer. And we had a 4-way race for this, and it probably would have been a 5-way race had it not been for Wilson's broken ankle. But with 18 goals, the eventual winner is Aaron McDade. And now it's time for one of the awards that means a lot to the players. It's time for Viewers Player of the Year, as voted by you watching at home on YouTube. We had 4 very good nominees, but we did have a clear winner this season with 52% of the vote. The winner is... it's Napoleon! Now, before we get to announcing this season's Player of the Year, we do need to take a minute to acknowledge the Team of the Season. So if you do just direct your eyes up to the screen, you will see that the goalkeeper is Taylor, surprising as nobody else played in goal. The centre-backs are Sobowale and Williams. The full-backs are Hull and McCullough. In midfield, it is Cundell and Napoleon. The number 10 is Mr. X-Ray Vision himself, Sean Simpson. The wingers are Fitzpatrick and Wilson. And the striker is everybody's favourite striker, Hamzat Kagbo. Well done, boys. That's a very strong-looking team. You've all had wonderful, wonderful seasons. Congratulations. And now it is time for the big one, to award the Golden Star for this season's Player of the Year. And, well, I was surprised when this guy won it last year, and he's only gone and won it again. And given the amount of goals that we score... well, it's nice to see him get a little bit of recognition, even if Player of the Season is maybe a little bit more than he deserves. But nonetheless, the Golden Star goes to our goalkeeper for the 2nd year in a row, Neil Taylor. So there we go. Congratulations to Neil and the rest of the winners. It's been a very, very productive season for us. And next season, we need to get into those European group stages or else, well... we're going to be in a lot of debt, basically. But let's not worry about that right now. Let's enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy our summer. It's going to be a big summer for the Welders. See if we can strengthen a little bit more. Find ourselves another Napoleon. And, well, I look forward to seeing you all back at Tillysman Park again next season. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you. So there we go, end of season awards done for another year. And I've got to say, not as much of a Napoleon show as I thought it should have been. We can see all the signings that we made here. 1 game, 1 goal for Thompson. Napoleon, I thought, well, he'll be very unlucky not to get Player of the Season, won't he? Only an E. I mean, he has signed a new contract. He is on a lot of money, but come on, he's better than that. Nicholson, a C. Wilson, only a C+. But anyway, Diora was a decent signing. Another season, if he had a full season, he may have been a winner there. Robin, we didn't see too much of him. Lyons, I think, has made a promising start. O'Hare, I think, has made a decent start as well. If we go down, William McQuaid, destined to never win Golden Pen. He didn't win Signing of the Year. Glenn Murray was okay at times. And then 2 players that we brought in as cover that didn't really ever play for us. And the transfers out, Tipton found himself at Institute, did okay. Sinnerton at Ballyclare did okay. Mulligan went to Queen's University and played a lot and did okay. And everybody else there, Okocha didn't play too much. Own goal Gallagher is at Ards. Stuart Murphy went off whinging to Larne, never played. Abioe didn't play much for Burton Albion. Reese Byrne didn't play too much for Longale. Pearce Gowan we see from time to time at Coleraine, though not in the final. Lucas at Carlisle really didn't do much. Boyle, may you rest in hell. Tennant and some guys there we just never really saw in our first team, never mind anybody else's. Season results. Let's go back to the Premiership. A third, I think, is a very good season for us. Only a C+. I think that's ridiculously harsh. I feel like we did a little bit better than that. The Europa League. Oh, that was disappointing, wasn't it? Really, really disappointing. We need to be getting back into that next season. A B+ for winning the Irish Cup. That was nicely done. A League Cup. What did we got knocked out there? Quarter-final by Larne. That's only a C. And the Antrim Shield there was a C+. No wonder I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. There we go. That's better. I can actually read the screen now. I tell you what, biggest win. 6-0 against Larne. If that's not the match to remember, then I don't I don't think I'm here. But anyway, a 4-0 in the Premiership against Crusaders. Goal of the season, obviously, we'll come back to that. The game has given it to Fitzpatrick for a goal against Cliftonville. But as ever, we'll come back to that and pick our own. We can see the finances. I mean, the big drop-off, we have 3 million less in prize money from this last season to this season, and that is what has really hurt us. Broadcast revenue has had a big drop-off as well. But you can see there the difference between being in the group stage in Europe and not. Basically, it's £3 million, and that is huge money for us. Team of the season, I've got to say, more or less, I agree with it. I think Hall basically gets in there because he played the entire season. But otherwise, it's difficult to make an argument that anybody there doesn't deserve to be there. So, yeah, quite happy with the team of the season. The accolades, now, of course, this, as always, is just for the league. But Taylor was the Fans Player of the Year. Napoleon Young Player of the Year. Wilson Signing of the Year. Goal of the season we'll come back to. McDade, 18 goals. Simpson, 16 assists. Napoleon, 10 Man of the Match awards. He also had the highest average rating, and McQuaid had the highest passes completed per 90 minutes of 52. Some records, though. Simpson with a record for assists in a season. Napoleon for Man of the Match awards. McQuaid broke, of course, the appearance club record earlier this year. Bain, who won the Golden Card, was also the youngest player. Highest transfer fees, 15 grand for Diora, and the fastest goal, of course, we broke that record earlier this season with Hamzat Kagbo as well, so that is all excellent. But history in the making, there we go. We've been brilliant this year, and some nice things said about us as well. So 2 trophies, which is a record so far in the series, and I think we can be all very happy with that. Let's have a quick look here. What have we got here? Best 11, we'll come back to that in a second. Where are they now? That's there if you want to have a quick look. Performance analysis. So our XG, we outscored our XG. I tell you what, actual points was a massive, massively more than our expected points. So we've done well there, but our expected position didn't change. So we should have been third. We were third. We just got a little bit closer to the top 2 than perhaps we were expected to do. Club vision and expectations. That is all. They want us to qualify for the Europa Conference, which is slightly annoying, but anyway, we'll just accept that because we're not going to disagree with anything. The dressing room, Kagbo and McQuaid are the team leaders. Simpson and Taylor are highly influential. Kundell, Willis, Edgar, Hall, McCulloch, Williams, Sobowale, and Wilson are the influential players, so that's all looking good. End of season team meeting, we'll do that off camera. New season report. Again, we'll sort of look into this more ahead of next episode, summer transfer special. Likely there won't be an episode tomorrow. I just don't think I'm going to have time to get it done in time. So we'll probably have no welders tomorrow. If you're watching live, that will be Thursday. We'll be back Friday with the summer transfer special. But I'll see how I go. If I'll keep you updated, but I don't think I'll have time. So there we go. That is the end of season break there. Quick look at the squad and everybody's information here. Taylor had the most games for us, unsurprisingly. McCulloch was up there as well. As I always say, go down the bottom, see who we're not using, and that's probably who we can afford to get rid of. There's 3 guys there who are going to be leaving. Thompson only just came. Patterson's a youngster. Gallagher, I think, will be leaving. Just joined. Youngster was injured, I think, for a lot of it. Baxter. So there's a lot of players there that we could maybe look to get rid of, but they're sort of either club players or they're youngsters or they've just joined. So I'm not sure that there's nobody there we need to get rid of that we haven't used, I don't think, out of choice. But anyway, we'll see what happens. The goals, McDade was obviously the Golden Boot winner, but look at that. We also had Fitzpatrick, Napoleon, Kagbo, all within 3. And like I said in the earlier, if Wilson hadn't been injured, I think he would have had a 5-way race. Simpson was very good in front of goal as well with 10. Lots and lots of goals scored from us this year, which is excellent. In terms of assists, Napoleon from 20. They had played roughly the same amount of games. So Simpson actually had a very good year. I've been very unkind to him there, I think. Fitzpatrick only, but 8 assists. We can see there King, McQuaid, Wilson, everybody else going down that got the assists. And the average match ratings, Thompson from his 1 game did well, but Napoleon absolutely smashed it. Kagbo, McDade, Nicholson played well when he played, the new boy. Melvin Lambert played well when he played, though he's probably one that's for the off this summer. And generally speaking, we had a lot of guys averaging over 7, which is absolutely huge. That's what we need them to be doing. Quick look at the end of season finances. We just lost the £1.5 million this year. that we can't. I mean, if we do that next year, we'll be in debt. So we cannot afford to not be in Europe next year. It is so important. But this now brings us, of course, to our goal of the season competition. This is the best 11, so I'll let you have a look at that while I explain everything. If you are new to the channel, the way this works, there'll be the Fitzpatrick goal the game gave as goal of the season, plus 3 others I deem worthy. At the end of the video, go check the description. Right at the very top, there'll be a link, and there'll be it'll take you through to the straw poll, just like voting for Player of the Year. And you can vote for your goal of the season, and we'll look to announce the winner of that early next season, if I remember to do it. And if I do forget, please do remind me, and I'll make sure I do that. But that's all for this episode, guys. If you've enjoyed the episode, if you've enjoyed the season, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Enjoy goals of the season, and I'll see you next time for a summer transfer special. Take care. Here are our top 4 goals from the 27-28 season. Don't forget to vote for your favorite.